Good day, viewers. You're welcome to my YouTube channel, Maths with Adevic. My name is Victor Adewale Adeleke. Yeah, our major focus is to teach you mathematics from the basic even up to tertiary institution. If you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, do well to like, share, and subscribe. It is very important so that whenever I post helpful materials like this, you will always get notified. Okay, yeah, I just want to quickly talk about fraction. Now, before I start talking about fraction, I think I need to explain some preliminaries or some informations that we need to understand firstly about fraction. Now, what is fraction? If you have a number like this, a fraction is always represented in two forms. We have a mixed fraction, improper fraction. That's three forms. Sorry, we have mixed fraction, improper fraction, and proper fraction. What is a mixed fraction? Let's say we have. Okay, let's talk about a proper fraction first. A proper fraction is when we have 5/7. This is a proper fraction. And why do you know that 7 is greater than 5? So because 7, which is the denominator, is raising 5 up, so we can say yes, this is a proper fraction because there's no problem at all. 7 automatically can carry 5. So you can use that idea to understand fraction, to understand proper fraction particularly. So even 2/7 or 2/9, let me not use 7 alone. 2/9 also is another kind of what? Another kind of proper fraction. What about an improper fraction? Let's say we have 9/2. This is an improper fraction because 2 is less than what? Than 9. So, and 2 is raising 9. So that's another idea also to understand your improper fraction. Okay, what about a mixed fraction? A mixed fraction is when you convert this one particularly. I will teach another reuse. I will make a short video on that, tricks on fractions particularly, because fraction is a very beautiful course, a very beautiful topic in mathematics. If you don't understand it, it will affect all your levels of mathematics because it stretches out into all stratas of mathematics. If you talk about calculus is there. If you talk about geometry, calculus, fraction is also there. You understand? So fraction is very wide and vast into mathematics. You must understand that. Now, what do we do? Now, let's see what we can do, first of all. Now, the next thing we need to understand is that if this is 3, this is the numerator, while 4 is the denominator of a fraction. So, I just want to quickly give 3 methods to solve this particular simple. I just choose this simple question. So, I use these 3 methods to solve it, and it applies to all fractions. It applies to all fractions. So, let's quickly see what we can do. The first method I want to use is the LCM method, which is the lowest common multiple. Now, what do we do here? Since we already know that this is 4 and this is 6, then the next thing you have to think of is, okay, what number, the lowest number that 4 can divide without any remainder, and also 6 can divide. 24 can be divided by 4. It can also be divided by 6. But what number can be divided? 48 also can be divided by 4 and can also be divided by 6. But 12 is the smallest number that 4 can divide and 6 also can divide. So what do? We are using 12. So 12 divided by 4, we have 3. 3 times this 3, we have 9. You add it to 12 divided by 6, we have 2. 2 times the 5, we have 10. So 9 plus 10, you have 19, all divided by 12. Now, if you see this, like I earlier explained, this is an example of an improper fraction because you can see 12 is less than 90. So we have to convert it because it is, I think for exam purposes, it is not advisable to leave questions in where in improper fraction. It is not advised. So we have to convert it to proper fraction. So what do we do? To mixed fraction, we have to convert to mixed fraction. So 12 into 19, how many times can 12 divide 19? It divides it successfully 1 times remaining 7. So your 7, you leave it as the numerator of the whole number of the mixed fraction, then over 12. 1 whole number, 7 over 12. This is that. Now, once you've known that, now let's quickly see if this other method is still going to give me the same answer. Now, what do we need to do? Just understand your system of operation. This one, we are just going to make sure that the bases are the same. Now, we have 4 here. We have 6 here. Okay, well, now what do we do? This trick is just, okay, what do I do? Just how am I going to make this number and this number the same? That's just simple arithmetic or logic here. How am I going to make this 4 and this 6 the same so that we can have one denominator? So I would say, okay, let's multiply this both, because whatever happened to a fraction, if you are seeing a fraction, if you have a fraction a divided by b, if I multiply it with c and also multiply here with c, here becomes ac over bc. This is the same as, this will be the same as a over c. It will be the same as a over c. So you must understand that logic in fraction. So what do we do here? So we are going to multiply here, multiply here. So if I multiply here with 3, multiply here with 3, I have 9 over 12 plus, multiply here with 2 and multiply here with 5. So we have 25, okay, with 2, sorry. So 5 times 2, you have your 10 over 6 times 2, you have 12. Now you can see they have the same base, which finally becomes like this. So I can make a rule. I can just make a rule and put the 12 there, and I will say 9 plus 10, and I will still get your 19 over 12, which would also be simplified, to giving you what we had here. So let's quickly see this other one. It's still very simple, the same question but different method of applications. So what do we do here? In this case, just take this 6, multiply this number, this 4, multiply this number, and this 4 also multiply this number. So 6 times 3, we have 18, plus 4 times 5, we have 20, and 4 times 6, we have 24. So 18 plus this, 18 plus 20, we have 38, then divided by 24. Now what do? We can reduce. This is a fraction that can be reduced. 38, 19 times 2 will give me 38, and 12 times 2 will give me 24. So they can cancel out successfully, and we still end up with 19 over 12. It still falls back to this same place, which can also be what? Reduced to one whole number, 7 over 12. If you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, do what to subscribe, like, and share. It is very important so that when I post helpful materials like this, you will always get notified. Stay tuned.